Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Shri Tapovana Paramagurave Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Hari Om, salutations to all. So, how many of you have not heard me before? Very good. So, we are in this 108th Jayanti camp of Puja Gurudev. What is the significance of 108? So, there are lots of significances in different cultures. In Sanatan Hindu Dharma, different levels of significances are there. 108 are the nadis that converge into our heart. 108 are the Upanishads that are recognized. 108 is also 12 zodiacs and 9 planets. 12 into 9, 108. Many different significances are there. As I was reflecting from Vedanta standpoint, I thought one non-dual absolute truth, 0 is Maya, and 8 is this entire creation. The whole creation is made up of 8 things. 5 elements, sun, moon and the jiva. 5 elements, space, air, fire, water, earth. Sun and moon are sources of illumination. And jiva is the sentient being, all the jivas. So Ashtadha Prakriti, in the Gita also Bhagavan mentions about that. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti rashtadha. Different ways to calculate Ashtadha Prakriti. So 108 meaning one becomes many. So 108 is the process of creation. And 801 means from the plurality crossing over the Maya, we come to non-duality. Gurudev was one, came down from the mountains, became so many, created the whole Chinmaya movement, reached this knowledge to so many. And what did he teach all of us? Not only about the Upanishads which speak about the creation, but also about how to go back to our source, our true nature as infinite consciousness. And so 108th Jayanti camp. And beautifully we have Ishavasya Upanishad that Pujya Swamiji is doing. And here we are for this session on Kritajnata. So there was one person who went for satsang. And many people are there in the satsang. He was very sincere person, but very tired he was. I hope you have rested properly. He was exhausted. Whole day he had worked hard. Evening satsang he went. And it is said that Brahmaji, when he created the whole creation, he gave abode to different people, different beings, different things. So the abode for Nidra Devi is satsang. And so many people in the satsang, they feel sleepy. So he very sincerely was sitting right in the front, and as the satsang was going on, this Gautam Buddha satsang. So as he was going on, so Gautam Buddha, he was speaking beautifully, peacefully, calmly, nicely, and his voice sounds very melodious, like Supriyananji's voice. So he dozed. Now, as he dozed, Gautam Buddha looked at him and asked, "Are you sleeping?" He says, "No, no, no." Then he sat erect. Again, after some time, dozed. Again, Buddha asked him, "Are you sleeping?" He says, "No, no, no, no." And this time he tried very hard. He didn't breathe for a few moments, and every cell in his body is craving for breath. And that's one technique. If you feel sleepy, then just stop breathing till you feel so desperate for every cell in your body needs breath. Then you breathe. So he tried all that and he sat for some more time. And again, after some time, so Buddha asked him, "Are you alive?" He says, "No, no, no, no." And Buddha said, "By mistake, you gave the right answer." So think about it. What does that mean? Just because we are living, does it mean that we are alive? We may be breathing, we are living, but what does it mean to be alive? Especially as a human being. When we read the scriptures, what do the scriptures say? Jantunam, Vivek Chudamani, second verse. Of all the beings, Jantunam, Nara Janma, human birth. To get that human birth, how many hundreds of lives of punya one must have done to get a human body? Jantunam Narajanma Koti Sukritai. Punya Vina Labhyate. One will not get. So having got this human birth, many times we take it for granted. Swamiji, there are more than 7 billion people. What is a big deal? One more. And population is going on increasing. We have already overtaken China. We are the largest populated country on the earth. But still you compare so many other species and so many smaller, bacteria and viruses and so many of them. Our number is very less. And human birth, such a rare birth that we have, how do we spend this human birth? What is the best that I can do with this human birth? If I ask that to myself, if each one of us asks that to ourselves, what is the best that we can do with human birth? What would you say? Thank everybody. Very good. Anyone else? Anything else? Evolve, spread knowledge, be present, get liberation, get moksha, show gratitude. There's so many things that we can do as human beings, very unique things that we can do as human beings. So you did the Paduka Puja in the afternoon. Two Padukas are there. One of the significances, there are many significances of Paduka, and whole Paduka Stotram is there. But one of the significances of the Padukas is the Padukas represent the fact that having got this human birth, the best that we can do is to wake up ourselves. In the Mandukya Karika, he says, Gaudapadacharya says, Anadimayaya Suptaha. From beginningless time, one is asleep, ignorant of the truth. Yada Jiva Prabudhyate, when this Jiva awakens, then what will this Jiva realize? Ajam, I am unborn. Anidram, I am free from delusions. Aswapnam. This creation does not exist. Anadimaya supta. Arjamanidram aswapnam. Advaitam buddhyate tada. One realizes Advaita. That is the glory of human life, that we can come to experience the supreme truth. What Swamiji spoke in the morning about Purnatvam. Purnata is what we all seek. Purnatvam is what we all seek. Every minute we seek Purnata. But what do we experience? Churnata. Continuously getting smashed. What did Kabir Das ji say? Beautifully he said that चलती चाकी देख के दिया कबीरा रोए, दो पाटन के बीच में साबुत बचा न कोई. Crushed. What is that? What are those two grinding stones between which we are crushed? Ahamta and mamata. I and mine. In that one is crushed fully. Whole life goes without knowing who am I truly, goes completely within the shell of ego and egocentric desires. Like Gurudev would say, ego and egocentric desires. Ahamta and mamata. And that is Maya. Maya or more torte Maya. I and mine, you and yours, that is Maya. In that one is crushed. So whole human life goes without even being aware that there is this great truth, which is my nature, which is Purnatvam, and what I am actually seeking in and through everything is that. But one doesn't realize that. And it is grace of Bhagavan. See, our punya karma can give us no doubt human body. But even that is because of grace of Bhagavan only. And it is grace of the Lord that satsang comes into our life. Binu satsanga vivek na hoi, Ram kripa binu sulabh na soi. Without the grace of Bhagavan, satsang does not come into our life. Satsang comes into our life is one aspect of grace. But through the satsangs, if one finds the Sadguru, that is the greatest blessing. Because when we get a Sadguru in our life, then everything changes. Many times I think, what would my life be if Gurudev had not come into my life, if Vedant had not come into my life? If these two were not there, one would have been doing something, but not aware. Again, the whole life would have just gone. So many lives like that one has gone through without being aware of the truth. Then comes along a great master out of compassion. Gurudev need not have come down. Tapon Maharaj told him, you be here. But he came down, leaving Mother Ganga, leaving the Himalayas, leaving Taponji Maharaj. See, when we go to Uttarkashi, how many of you have gone to Uttarkashi? Very good. Those of you who have not gone, please go. Most powerful place where Gurudev transformed. We don't feel like coming back from Uttarkashi. Tapon Kutir is such a powerful place. Himalayas, Mother Ganga. Tapon Maharaj, his presence Gurudev left and came down. For whom? For people whom he did not even know. And so, when one gets a Sadguru in one's life, that is one of the greatest blessings. Manushyatvam, Mahapurusha Samshraya. These two are already great blessings we have got. Mumukshutvam is the third one. These three are sure signs of Bhagavan's grace. And if Mumukshutvam was not there, you and I would not be sitting here. So all the three we have. As a human being, when we have this beautiful three blessings, maximum one has to make out of that. And so, in this human life, when we live, many times what happens, no matter what we achieve in the world, we still feel empty, incomplete, something is missing. In the corporate world, it is said, in the world of rat race, even if you win, you still remain a rat, always afraid of a cat, hiding below a mat. anything I may become, whatever may be my achievement in terms of wealth, prosperity, name, fame, progeny, anything, still there will be sense of limitation. Apurnata will remain. One who helps us to get out of this is the Sadguru. So when somebody gives us food when we are hungry, we feel so thankful. When it is hot, we are thirsty, somebody gives us water, we feel so happy, so thankful. When we don't have money, somebody gives us money, we feel very obliged. House, clothes, so many things that when we don't have something and they give those material things, we feel so happy, thankful, we want to express gratitude. What to talk of a guru who rids us of the ignorance of many, many lifetimes? How much more gratitude one should feel, and spontaneously. So, we will explore this Kritajnata. Before that, many of you are students of Vedant, so my sessions I try and keep it with some interaction. You will see a few slides here. So, happiness is in shifting from ingratitude to being in gratitude. Many times we don't recognize the blessings that we have. And so we are always seeing what is lacking. Focus is always on what is lacking, emptiness, what is missing. This should have been like that should have been like that, this person should have been in my life, that person should have acted like that in my life. So one goes on. So Kritajnata means gratitude, and Kritajna means one who is not grateful. And so when a guru comes into our life, the journey from emptiness to fullness, the journey from apurnata to purnata, is the journey that the guru helps us to realize. And what is that realization? It is not that the guru gives us something by which we now become purna. Guru makes us realize that you and I were always purna, just that we didn't know and we were identifying with something else which was apurna. And so the knowledge of Vedant is that which helps us to recognize that purnatvam in us. And so that knowledge of Vedant, what is the importance of that? When the Lord says in the Gita that nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate, there is no greater purifier than knowledge. And Gurudev dedicated his whole life to sharing this knowledge. So what is the power and importance of that knowledge? Let us see. So now some questions that will refine our understanding also. Many of you are students of Vedant. So when we act in the world, we get results. Right? Results can be what can be as per our desires, as per what we don't desire. So something which can bring us happiness, something which can bring us sorrow, something which is indifferent. Either different types of results will come. Results are caused by what? Actions. Actions are caused by vasanas, desires. You go step by step. Actions are caused by thought. Actions are caused by thought. Thought is caused by pakka. Thought is caused by desire. Desire is caused by finally vasana. And what will the result do to the vasana? It will create new impressions. So vasanas are our unmanifest tendencies. Each of us have different vasanas. Though our body is made up of same five elements, our minds are made up of five elements, yet the combination of these five elements is different in each of us. Why is it different in each of us? Because of our vasanas. Why are vasanas different in each of us? Because of karma? No. Karma is the effect of vasana. No. Why is vasana different in each of us? Because of prarabdha. No. Vasana is determining prarabdha. Guna. Gunas are subtler than vasanas. Please remember, sattva, rajas, tamas. The combination of these three gunas is what makes the different types of vasanas. Right now, sitting here, if you have sattvic vasana manifesting, you will absorb. Rajasic vasana manifesting, you will plan to go and eat momo. Tamasic vasana manifesting, they won't know also. So, vasanas, different types of vasanas are there because of combination of three gunas. So, each one has different types of vasanas, so different desires, different thoughts, different action, different results. And those results, they further add to the vasanas when we act with ego and egocentric desires. Now, why do we have vasanas? This cycle we know. This is the cycle responsible for our birth and death. This is from vasana to vasana is what leads to cycle of birth and death. So right now there are two cycles on which, two wheels on which we are riding. There's a bicycle. Now likes and dislikes are result of vasana. Why do we have vasana is the question. Experiences. Vasanas cause experiences, then further the experiences strengthen vasana. Impressions are vasanas. I am asking why vasanas. Ignorance is ultimate answer. Don't jump there. In maths, when people know the solution, they just come to solution. They forget the steps. Because of attachment. Purva karma, that is vasana. No, vasana is only creating the prarabdha. Because of false identification with BMI, there is one step before that also. Sorry? Selfish actions are the result of vasana. We are asking the cause of vasana. Jiva. Ignorance is correct answer, but ultimate answer. We have to arrive at that. Apurnata. Incompleteness. When we feel incompleteness, then to become complete, we have a vasana. If I feel hungry and I have sweet craving, then I will want rasagulla, right? Limited example. But when there is apurnata, then there is a feeling I want to become complete. Then, based on my vasana, somebody will go into satsang, somebody will go to a movie, somebody will go for shopping, somebody will go for work, achievement, power, money, whatever it is. Each one, according to their vasana, will seek different things. But when will they seek? Only when they feel incomplete. In deep sleep, do we feel incomplete? Vasanas are, that's why unmanifest there. They are there, dormant. We don't feel incomplete in deep sleep. And so, because we don't feel incomplete, the vasana is not there, then the desire is not manifesting, then the action, etc., nothing is happening. It is a dormant state. This is clear? Any difficulty in this? Because from this step, then it should not become difficult afterwards. So, incompleteness, whenever we feel, then we feel vasana. In the waking state also, if you feel complete, is there a vasana? You look at Hanumanji here, or you look at the beautiful mountains, snow which is there, and we feel so happy. In that moment, we forget ourselves. Is there any vasana manifesting at that time? I want to go here, I want to eat this, I want nothing. One is so peaceful. No vasana manifesting. So when there is a sense of incompleteness, then vasana will create desire. Gurudev always said vasana is unmanifest. It will manifest as desire where? Many of your veterans, you should know this by heart by now. 40 years Gurudev spoke the same thing, especially his BMI chart. This he made people mug it up actually. Vasanas manifest as desires where? Intellect, not mind. Vasanas manifest as desires in the intellect, then thought agitations in the mind, then actions at the body level. So whenever I feel incomplete, then I will feel a vasana. Then that will manifest as a desire. Why do I feel incomplete? I don't know, Swamiji. Rather, the question should be, when do I feel incomplete? That's more simpler to understand. When I forget my true nature, that is true. What is the other side of it? These are two sides of the same coin. When I forget my true nature, and then identify with BMI. So when I falsely identify with the body mind intellect, this body mind intellect being finite, I feel incomplete. This is incomplete, so I identify with it, then I feel incomplete. In deep sleep, I don't identify with this, so no incompleteness. Now, why do I identify with the BMI? Because I don't know who am I. Now comes ignorance, finally. When I don't know, avidya is there. When I don't know who am I, then I falsely think I am the BMI. When I identify with the BMI, then vasana rises, then desires, thoughts, actions, result. This cycle goes on. Just think about this. How many people in the world will be even aware of the fact that the root cause of my sorrow is ignorance? One doesn't even know that. Generally, what one thinks, who is the cause of my sorrow? My spouse is the cause of my sorrow. My boss is the cause of my sorrow. This government is the cause of my sorrow. That neighbor is the cause of my sorrow. And Gurudev used to say, in Bharat we have a special reason which nobody else has in the whole world, that why are you miserable? That Shani is not in the right place. Right from Shani onwards to my neighbor, everybody else is a cause of my sorrow except me. So we can blame. Continuously we can blame. And so we feel incomplete, then we feel this is lacking, that is lacking. The fact is, we lack nothing. That awareness is what the Guru brings into our life, that we are already Purnam. We don't know that. And so, that Guru who removes the root cause of sorrow, till this ignorance does not go, everything else, no matter what I do, it is only a superficial change. It will not make me fulfilled. It will not make me experience that gaining which nothing more remains to be gained. And so, no matter what I become, I will still feel miserable, limited, bound, scared. So, that knowledge which helps us to identify what is the root cause of sorrow. Think about it, the Guru comes into our life to even make us aware that we are bound. We don't even know we are bound. At least I didn't know I was bound. We feel I am a free bird, I can do what I feel like doing. But Guru comes into our life, makes us aware of the fact that I am bound. The awareness of ignorance that I am bound, and the awareness that ignorance is the cause of my sorrow, is also brought by the Guru only. Very few people come to recognize it by themselves through their own reflection and thinking. Even Gautam Buddha, he tried so many things. What did he say? Desire is the root cause of sorrow. He didn't come to ignorance. Later on, he did come to it, but a lot of times what is shared is about desire. Desire is the root cause of sorrow. And so we think that desire makes us miserable. Desire by itself doesn't make us miserable. Insistence on a particular desire makes us miserable. And more than that, it is ignorance which makes us feel incomplete, which is what makes us desire. Then we become miserable. So the Guru is required even to make us aware that we are bound. Now, popular incident that happens many times. There was one buffalo, and that buffalo was grazing in the grass. And after some time, that buffalo heard a sound of somebody hitting. Fat. So buffalo looked around from where the sound came. Didn't see anybody. Again started eating. Again after some time, fat. One more sound. Again the buffalo looked around. Didn't realize what is this? Third time, again the buffalo heard. Now the buffalo thought this sound is very near. Who is there? Didn't see. Fourth time when the buffalo was hit, suddenly buffalo realized that I am only being hit. Just think about it. Our situation is like that only. Left and right, life is giving us fat, 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 fat. But one doesn't recognize only. The wake up calls come many times. We wake up for some time and again we go back to sleep. The Guru is required not only to help us to realize that ignorance is the cause of our sorrow, but also to help us to keep awake that, array, walk this path consistently. Otherwise, we go back to sleep. Spiritual camps, one comes to, one gets very motivated, charged, and next day onwards, when I go back, I will meditate, I will study, I will do this, I will do that, and 2-3 days it lasts, and after that, again fizzles out. The whole organization and study groups and so many things that Gurudev created is for us to sustain, walk the path consistently. So Guru is required to ignite the very spark of seeking in us. Guru is required to make us walk the path, give us the steps, give us the knowledge, protect us on the path, guide us as per our evolution, clear our doubts. So many times people ask, why do I need a guru? When somebody went and asked Gurudev, one youngster asked, why do I need a guru? Gurudev, he said, we have so many books and videotapes. That time VHS tapes were there. So we have videotapes, we have books, cassettes. Why do I need a guru? And what did Gurudev reply? He said, go and ask this to the books. You can't ask questions to the books. And Guruji says very nicely, Guru is required because when you read a book, if you sleep, the book doesn't know. Guru at least knows. So, so Guru is required for, there is no possibility of realizing the truth without the help of the Guru. Because this is not a knowledge which will be just read in some books and then one will meditate and one will realize the truth. Gurudev used to always say, this is not from the lips of the teacher to the ears of the student. It is from the heart of the teacher to the heart of the student. When the tuning has happened between the teacher and the student, then in that tuning, the intuitive realization, that is Brahma Vidya, that will arise. Brahma Vidya is not words, Brahma Vidya is not books, Brahma Vidya is intuitive realization of the truth, which is our true nature. And that will happen only when there is a tuning. And so, from the ignition of the spark to the journey to sustaining to final realization, the whole thing is only by the grace of the Guru. And so, in Vedant, Guru is the altar of surrender. When one says in Guru Gita, it is said, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, it is not an exaggeration. It is a fact. Guru is Brahman. And fortunate we are to come under the umbrella of such great masters. How many people walk the path in the whatever number it is, 7.5 billion or 8 billion, whatever number of human beings it is, how many people consciously walk the path. Otherwise, everybody is a seeker only. Some seek consciously, some unconsciously. But how many walk the path are very few. What does the Lord say in the Gita? He says that of thousands of people, few seek. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. Some rare people seek. Even in those rare people who seek, yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Some rare people continue and reach the destination. Realize what? Vasudeva sarvamiti, that all this is divine. Samahatma sudurlabha. That Mahatma is very rare. And such a Mahatma also, please remember, to be born here in Bharat is a biggest blessing. One may or may not acknowledge it, but the fact is, to be born in Bharat, to be living in Bharat is one of the greatest blessings, because this is the land of the rishis. Every state has produced so many rishis, so many rishikas, so many saints, sadhus, devotees, bhaktas. One youngster went and asked Gurudev, Swamiji, why is it that avatars happen in Bharat? Why not in other parts of the world? What a witty reply Gurudev gave. So fast, he said. He said, in Olympics, why is it that USA and China get the maximum medals? So the youngster said, because they focus on it. He says, we have focused here on Brahma Vidya. This is the answer. This is the land which has not only given Brahma Vidya to the world, that's the greatest knowledge, but so many other things, just that we don't know about it. Manchester University has recognized today that Newton came to know about the law of gravity from people in Bharat. Today it is recognized. Missionaries went from here, from Kerala and other places, and then they gave the knowledge. Then he came to recognize it. Like that, so many things. We are taught that Vasco da Gama and Columbus, great travelers, sea travelers. But much before them, our people were exporting spices and clothes and silk and many things outside this country. Matsya Yantra we had. Architecture, music, dance, literature, you name a field, and we have so much depth in each of these. Having explored all this, then they said that fulfillment is not here outside. We have seen, as the Upanishads say, Pariksha Lokan Karmachitan Brahmanaha. Having seen very closely, not only this world, Lokan means all the worlds, 7 above, 7 below. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam, 7 above and 7 below. Swamiji didn't say in the morning because he said he doesn't want to go there. But I am saying not because I want to go, just because we should be aware. Atal, Vital, Sutal, Rasatal, Talatal, Mahatal, Patal, 7 down, 7 above, 14 worlds having examined, they said fulfillment is not out there. Nirveda Maya, they got Vairagya from all this. Na asti akrita kritena. The infinite happiness is not there through any amount of karma. Then what did they do? Tad vijnanartham sagurumeva abhigachet. They went to the teacher. The disciple goes to that teacher. Who is the teacher? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Who is a person who is realized, abiding in the truth, and who is well versed in the scriptures. To such masters. And there is an unbroken lineage of such great masters in our country. That's why it is a blessing to be born in Bharat. Show me one country which has unbroken lineage of spiritual masters. And here we have unbroken lineage in so many spiritual paths, not in one path. In Jnana Yoga, we have unbroken tradition of masters. We say Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam. In Bhakti Yoga, we have Bhakti Acharyas. In Yoga Shastra, from Shivji onwards, Patanjali Maharaj and all of them, so many. You take so many fields, you will find unbroken tradition of gurus is there. So this gratitude that one feels for a guru, that such gurus are there in this land, and many gurus become silent, because when you realize the truth, there's a non-dual experience. Literally the world disappears also. Very few Mahatmas actually speak out. So, of the thousands of people, few walk the path. Those few who walk the path, very rare ones come to realize the truth. Those who realize the truth, in that, how many will come to share this knowledge? Very less. And even amongst those who share the knowledge, to have a master like Gurudev who can come down to our level, right from a child to a youngster to elders to everybody, to live amidst us as though he is ordinary, but he was the most extraordinary. And so, when we think more and more about it, that how we have come under the parampara of such a great master, Taponji Maharaj, Shivananji Maharaj, Gurudev, each one is a realized person. To find one realized person, difficult. Under the parampara of such people. And coming under the parampara, which is Sringeri Mat parampara, which is Shankaracharyaji's parampara. Shivananji got sannyas from a Shankaracharyaji of Sringeri and Gurudev got from him. And so we come under that tradition. That's the unbroken tradition. So when one thinks of all these, this is not accident, this is not coincidence, this is sheer grace. And definitely it is not only our karma. I always say that the relationship between the Guru and the Shishya is not because of the karma of the Shishya alone, it is mainly because of the karuna of the Guru and Ishvara, Kripa. Kripa of Ishvara and Karuna of the Guru, then this happens that we come under the lineage of such great masters and they take us under their wings, accept us no matter who we are, how we are. Gurudev didn't check, are you a Adhikari? Only to Adhikari I will give this knowledge. In fact, he was criticized for that, that you are giving this knowledge to everybody without any bar, without any restriction of caste, creed, community, gender, nationality. He gave it to all. And one sadhu, he wrote to Gurudev also. He cursed Gurudev actually. In that letter, he said, may your tongue be blasted in 1,000 pieces. You are giving this knowledge in Mlecha Bhasha, in English language, to everybody. He cursed, he wrote a letter, terrific. Gurudev read that letter, tore it, threw it, continued his work. After a few years, that same gentleman came and he apologized to Gurudev and he said, I am so sorry. Now I recognize the glory of the work that you are doing. Gurudev just smiled and said, I should have kept the letter that you had sent to me. So magnanimous he was. He didn't bother that no matter what opposition was there. His sankalpa was very clear that I need to take this to the masses. And the words that he said to Tapon Maharaj, three words, that one sentence that he told Tapon Maharaj. When he went to Tapon Maharaj, the first time Tapon Maharaj said, why do you want to go down? Those who seek the knowledge will come here. You stay here, otherwise you will get caught in the cycle of karma. So Gurudev heard it, went back, but after a few days he came back. And the sentence he told Tapon Maharaj is, it is irresistible. The urge is irresistible. I have to share this with the masses. And Tapon Maharaj gave his blessings. So the idea here is this, that such a great master, he came down, he shared this knowledge, and we are under his umbrella, continuing this work of Gurudev is our responsibility. And so when we feel gratitude that such a great master has come into our life, that gratitude itself is enough to make us full. See, when we think about the Guru, when we contemplate on this knowledge, we feel, the higher state of consciousness that I am that, etc. We contemplate, no doubt. But the moment the disciple thinks of the Guru, the heart is filled with gratitude. What Guru has done, nobody can do. So one feels, asks oneself that question: am I living up to the expectations of my Guru? What would my Guru want me to do? Sometimes the mind will deviate. Sometimes the mind will get distracted. Again, one invokes the grace of the Guru. Please help. Please protect. Comes back. Feels grateful that with all one's weaknesses, the Guru has still accepted me. I am still walking the path. So much of grace is there. So, the more one thinks of all that, the mind is filled with gratitude. There is fullness. One doesn't even need to contemplate, in fact, sometimes on the self. Just thinking of the Guru is enough, because Guru is the self. Guru is the Atma. Guru is that very truth we are seeking. So, just thinking of Gurudev, thinking of Chinmaya, heart is filled. What more one needs? Realization is left in his hands. When he wants, he will give. Our job is to keep thinking of him, surrender to him, serve him, and live up to what he said. So we do our sadhana, nididhyasan, contemplation, all that one must continue to do. But no more that incompleteness, no more that complaining, this is not there, that is not there. One may see some things which we need to improve, etc. We work towards it. But one doesn't feel dissatisfied from inside. One doesn't feel, unhappy, cribbing, complaining, because gratitude fills the heart. In fact, that is one thing that Gurudev said to a brahmachari. When a brahmachari went to Gurudev and he asked, after the whole 2 years of Vedant course was over, then he went and he asked Gurudev that, Gurudev, what do you expect from me? And what did Gurudev say? He said, whenever you meet me, just smile. One of his last messages is, keep smiling for me. That's the essence of Vedant. No matter what situation we are in, we think about it that I am Parabrahma, I am that Ananda Swarup Atma. We keep smiling. Go through it whichever way one has to deal with it, but one realizes I am that Atma. Otherwise, when one will go to Gurudev, generally what will one do? One will go with a list of complaints. In this center, this is not happening, that person is not supporting, this is a problem, please shift me from here, audience is not coming. One brahmachari went to Gurudev and he said, Swamiji, I have tried so many times, but there are not more than 7 people in my class. No matter what I do. He was very disappointed. So Gurudev said, don't worry, you are very blessed. Krishna had only 1 and your Guru had 4. You are having 7. Don't complain, go and continue your sadhana. So what did he expect from us? He expected to keep smiling. Simple thing. He expected us to serve. We will see many things as we go through this Kritajnata, but the bhav is this, that Kritajnata when we have, then our heart is full. And from that fullness, so many things will be born. When the heart is empty, then we crib and complain, nobody likes to be around us. And no matter how much we have, we still feel this is not enough. So this mind goes on, seeing what is not there. Gratitude is the way to bring it back to feeling thankful. So here is one simple exercise. Tell me, what do you see here? Can't read very clearly. Which are wrong? 7 plus 3 is wrong. 10 multiplied by 20. So how many equations are here? How many are wrong? How many are right? Generally our attention goes to 2 which are wrong, 8 which are correct. Attention will not go to 8. I'm not saying don't notice what is wrong, but focus. What we focus on, that will flourish. If our focus is on the negative, only the negativities we will see. If the focus is on the positive, we will see the positive. Gratitude is that which helps us to focus on what we have, how many blessings we already have. Lot of sorrow is imagined sorrow, it is not even real. Because of our mind, the focus is not there. So when we feel grateful, we start seeing what is already there. We value what is there. When we have gratitude, we will really value what we have. Without gratitude, we will take for granted what we have. When people are in our lives, we feel grateful for their presence. We will value their presence. We will spend time with them. We will have quality time, good interactions. Many times what happens, when the person is alive, we are not loving, kind, caring. We are cribbing, complaining, fighting. And when that person goes, then we say, this person was so good, so amazing. When that person was there, that time you didn't spend time. So gratitude makes us feel the positive, makes us value what we really have. When we value what we have, then we will do the best with it. Especially when we know that life is very short, should we not make the best of whatever opportunities we have in terms of people, in terms of work, in terms of things we have, spiritual life, everything. Time is short. Why spend it in so many cribbing and complaining? When will we drop that? When we start seeing all that which is positive. So we will see a short video of Gurudev where he speaks about this, that how we generally complain.
So Kaunteya, hey Kunti ka bete, son of Kunti. This is only because of your contact, the right contact with the world outside, nothing wrong. In wrong context that you get entangled with the world outside. Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhada, all your experiences of heat and cold, Shitoshna, Sukha Dukkha, joy and sorrow are all in the way you contact the world. There are some people, a little hot, and you open the window. And a little cold, close the window. You go on hymning and Shitoshna Sukha Dukkha, or joy and sorrow, success and failure, loss and gain, is all by our contact with it, that these various experiences. And then what am I to do then? I am here in this world. Agama payino anitya. These are all agama pai. They come and go. One moment hot, another moment cold. If you go on complaining, you can continue. Anything you are complaining. My people, my father and mother, they don't care for me, All right, father and mother have landed. Swamiji, they have landed, they are not going. They are not going. That is a complaint. If the wife smiled, I don't know why she is smiling so much. 6 inches smile, why should he? I think she is grinning at me. Now she doesn't smile. It's all very tragic. She is not smiling at all. She must smile exactly the size that you expect her to do it. Naturally, you are never happy. Because she is an independent lady. She has got her own ways of smiling. You should have asked her before marriage that in a smile, let me see. No, that is not the right kind of smile. You understand? You give it up. All your own mental projections. Tam titiksha svabhalata. When they come to you, joys and sorrows, success and failures, tam them titiksha suffer silently. Don't get perturbed by them. Why? By the time you say that I am sick, you have to say that now I am all right. Last week he was dying, and this week he is planning the next marriage. Isn't it? These are not to be, should not waste your time in running up and down. When joy comes, you go beyond the clouds. When sorrow comes, you come crashed down. No, keep your balance. Let them come and go. If a piece of wood is in the sea will have always the waves, and the wood is, floating on the waters. Naturally, that wood will have to go up and down according to the rhythm of the waves. Isn't it? But the same waves, or in the same waves, is standing the lighthouse at the harbor. The waves come and break themselves at the feet of the lighthouse, but the lighthouse is not going up and down. Why? Lighthouse is not floating on the surface, but it is built on the foundation of the rocks down below. Therefore, the light illumines the waves. The waves come and clash and die away. But the lighthouse stands steady. May you all learn to live like a lighthouse. In the tumultuous changes of situations and circumstances and the world of change and tossing situations in the world, learn to keep your balance. How? By building your life on firm foundations. But all of us are only floating in life. A little happiness, the mind, and next moment, and go on up and down. Agama, Nitya, these are all impermanent. They come and go. No joy can permanently stay with you. No sorrow can permanently stay with you. And enjoy yourself, the life. And do achieve what you want to achieve in life without getting knocked down by all these different experiences that come and go.
Bolo Sadgurunath Maharaj ki. Such a nice video how Gurudev explained, na? How we go on complaining for small things. The knowledge that the Guru gives not only helps us to achieve that state of fulfillment, but even on the path, our life becomes so much more happier or not. Just one thing if we follow, that we learn to be balanced. Agama apaino anitya. Just deal with it. So how much our mind has become balanced, how much we are able to bear the pairs of opposites, if our reactions have become lesser, if we have become more loving, more peaceful, more compassionate, we are able to bounce back faster. All that itself is so much progress, and that happens by the grace of the Guru. And then what Gurudev said, our life must be built on the firm foundations. And that foundation he laid in our life. That's the knowledge of Vedanta. So, from the awareness of ignorance to destruction of ignorance, the whole journey is by the grace of the Guru. And so that is why gratitude is a very important aspect. Gratitude itself is a sadhana by itself. To live in gratitude every moment is a big sadhana. More about it we will see as we go along. For today we will stop here. Last 5 minutes we will meditate on Gurudev's name and then we will conclude. You can sit erect, close your eyes, invoke the form of Gurudev. Follow the chanting along if you like.
ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ 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 श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे
ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।